All right, brothers and sisters, back at it again with another video. This time I want to speak to you about the number 13. There are so many of you out there that have seen the number 13 and did not know what it meant. And so what you've done is you probably went straight to Google and YouTube, typed in the number 13, and try to see what kind of angel numbers pop up. I want to give you a disclaimer up front. This video is not about angel numbers. This is not about gematria. This is simply how the number 13 is being used from a biblical standpoint. So today I will be sharing with you the meaning of the number 13 by my book right here called The Spiritual and Prophetic Meaning of Numbers. This book right here took years to compile, but it's like almost like going through the scriptures with a fine-tooth comb, looking at the meanings, definitions from how the Most High has used them, and being able to put them in a book format so that you, the reader, can be able to, or the listener, can be able to get a better understanding of what this meant or mean. So now let's go to the number 13. It's not a lot of good that's associated with the number 13. If you see some of the numbers in my past videos, you might have a glimmer of hope when you see the number 13. But 13 is not a number that means a lot of positive things when you see it from a biblical standpoint. So if you see the number 13 over and over again, I want you to think about these words: rebellion, evil, and destruction. So rebellion. Let's go to the first word. Genesis chapter 14 and verse 4. 12 years they served Chedorlaomer, and in the 13th year they rebelled. So now this is where we was able to get that first definition of rebellion from in Genesis chapter 14. All right, you had these kings that were serving Chedorlaomer for 12 years. In the 13th year they rebelled. That's pretty interesting. And so we talk about later on down the script, down the word, we see that the Messiah chose 12 disciples. All right, that's a total of 13 people, and one of them rebelled, Judas. 13 people, one of them rebelled. Right here, they rebelled in the 13th year. That was pretty interesting right there. So let's go to something being evil. Genesis chapter 13, verse 13. But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Most High exceedingly. Now, it's very interesting to me that the individuals who organized this Bible, they put this exact verse in Genesis chapter 13, verse 13, about the men of Sodom being evil continually or exceedingly. Pretty interesting, right? The Sodomites were an exceeding wicked group of people. Outside of the book of Genesis, you can read the ancient book of Jasher to gather more information about them. I urge you, implore you to go get the book of Jasher, the book of Yashar, and you will be able to see how wicked these Sodomites really were. Genesis just kind of scratched the scratch. All right, it's another book called the book of Jasher. So pay attention to this. In the book of Genesis, Joseph had his dreams of ruling over his brothers at the age of 17 years old. His dreams did not manifest until 13 years later. He had to experience 13 years of slavery, imprisonment, being falsely accused, and being isolated before rising to second in command. Now, the part of this was Joseph's problem. It was his fault because he originally had an 11-year sentence from the Most High. And that could have been because of his pride. The Most High had to humble him all the way down. So go back to the number 11 video. You can see that 11 has to deal with humility, separation, isolation, all those things. But the Most High had to humble him down. He gave him 11 years. But when he interpreted the dream of the chief butler and the chief baker, the Most High gave him 2 more years for that situation right there. And so that gave him 13 years. So 13 is associated with rebellion. Esther chapter 3, verse 13. And the letters were sent by the post into all the king's provinces to destroy, to kill, and to cause to perish all Jews or Yahudim, both young and old, little children and women, in one day, even the 13th day of the 12th month, which is the month of Adar, and to take spoil of them for a prey. So we see right there in the book of Esther, this man named Haman. He was what you would call third in command, possibly, next to the king and his wife, or wives, if you will. Haman was up there, and he devised a plan to kill all the Israelites in that realm on the 13th day of the month. Some of you will probably say, well, man, that's just a coincidence, right? Why did he choose the number 13? 13 is associated with rebellion. It's associated with evil. It's associated with destruction. So I said right here in the last part of this chapter of the book, why not any day of the month? That's because 13 is a number associated with evil and destruction. He wanted to annihilate all of the children of Israel in one day. However, he eventually ended up being hung on the same gallows that he prepared for Mordecai. So you see right there that the evil that he pronounced on the children of Israel, it came right back on him, and he was a sufferer as a result of that. So if you see in the number 13, I will ask you, I will implore you to really go seek the Most High. I'm asking you to even fast and pray, because 13 is associated with evil, it's associated with destruction, it's associated with rebellion. And those three things are not good. The only good that I see coming from the number 13 is if you add 1 plus 3 and it equal 4, and you go back to that 4 video, and the Most High is showing you that it means 4 instead of 13. Outside of that, if it means the number 13, you better brace yourself for something real bad about to happen. And prayerfully, it doesn't happen to you, but it may cause you to have to go into your prayer closet and to be praying for something or someone else, because calamity could be coming down their avenue. All right, so if this video right here spoke to you in any type of way, I'm asking you to share this video with someone else. Also, I'm asking you to subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and be able to turn on those notifications so that you can be updated on these videos as they continue to come down the pipeline. And so I pray to the Most High be with each and every single one of you until the next time we see each other again.